Involved in a series of messages called Life. I want to talk to us this weekend about being inspired with purpose, and we'll be looking at this theme for several other weekends after James is with us next weekend. We'll continue with the theme. This is part one. I'm talking to you about this concept of life, the biblical concept of life, and what does it mean to be inspired with purpose. Jesus said in John chapter 10, verse 10, made this a tremendous statement. He said, "The thief," that's the devil, "comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly." Jesus said, the reason I came is so that you could experience, what's the word? Life. When we think of the word life, we have the tendency to think of biology, our biological life, and our physical being, and certainly there's obviously a valuable aspect of that. We are alive because of biology, biological life. But when Jesus said, "I came that you might have life," he did not use the word that we think of in terms of just the biology, the physical aspect of life. He reached into the Greek language and he grabbed a word out of the Greek language that was unique for us to understand. He said, "I came that you might have Zoe, that you might have life." And that was the Greek word, Zoe. And that word, Zoe, is a unique word. It goes beyond just the physical functioning of life. All of us can be alive, but not really be alive. There are a lot of people that are walking around alive, but they're not really alive. And so Jesus said, "I came that you might have life within your life, that you might have Zoe, that you might have a life." And here's the basic meaning of the word Zoe, that you might be fulfilled with your life, that you might be fruitful. So God's design for you is that He says, I want you in Christ, relationship with me. I want you to have a life that is fulfilled and a life that is fruitful. Fulfillment is not just about fulfilling your life and having fun. That's not what it's talking about, but a fulfilled life in the sense of meaning and purpose, as we'll talk about this weekend, and a fruitful life that you leave something behind that has value and worth. Now, just like in the physical realm of life, your biology, your physical life, you need things to sustain you. You need to breathe air. You need water, hydration. You need nutrition. It keeps your body going. Without those things, you cannot exist. And in the spiritual realm, to experience the Zoe kind of life, a sustained Zoe kind of life, there's some elements that are needed as well. That's what we're looking at in this series. What does it mean to have life, Zoe, and how do we sustain that life? And there are at least 4 elements that will sustain that kind of life in you, the Zoe kind of life. Love, we talked about the power of love and the importance of love, God loving on us and us loving other people in return. You can't have a fulfilled life without love. We're talking now about purpose, being inspired with a purpose. You can't have real life without inspiration. We're going to talk, as we get through this series, we're going to continue to talk about faith. You can't have life without a real faith in God and belief in Him and relationship with His Scriptures and when it comes to faith. And you can't have real life without engagement. You have to engage, that is, put your purpose, your efforts into energy, energized engagement in serving God and serving other people and growing in your life. So all these things are elements of real Zoe life. You can't have real life without those things.